Get my phone. Man, you two, yo, they keep playing with me, man. They keep playing, man. Ball out. 66, what it do? Yo, that just pissed me off, yo. It's the third live in a row. They did that. Nothing wrong with my value. But, man, so they done locked up the boy David. The little weird kid. They done locked his ass up. For, well, I don't know what necessarily for. They say the death of the girl, but gotta look it up. There's been a lot of paperwork floating around about this Pooh Shiesty situation, and I don't know if it's real or not. Like, I done seen paperwork that said Pooh Shiesty father knew about the indictment was coming down. I seen some paperwork today that say Big 30 father admitted that his son had these certain kind of guns. Yeah, but I don't know if that's real, man. I don't know if that's real. I gotta get that shit for myself. So I ain't reporting on it. I'm just saying, just in case y'all seen it. Mike City AJ took a plea deal for murder for hire. I don't think they can charge Dirk in that case, though. Because there is no proof that any money was given. Or if money was given, there's no proof that Dirk gave the money. But we got a lot to talk about for real. Hit that like button. So let's start off with this David shit. OJ the Juice Man bluffing. Yo, anybody that's saying Gucci ain't a rat just on some bullshit, man. Straight up. Any rapper that supposed to be a street rapper that say Gucci ain't told, they just on some other shit, man. And I'm sick and tired of people keep trying to define what a rat is. Yo, a rat. Like, yo, people act like it's only one way to be a snitch. Oh, no, in order to be a snitch, you got to commit a crime with somebody. And, man, there's multiple ways to be a snitch, man. The fuck is you talking about? If you're on a case with a whole bunch of people and you take a plea deal, when niggas try and fight, you's a rat. What's up, man? Nah, we ain't on no murder shit. We on some motherfucking real shit. So, the rapper David, or singer, whatever the fuck he is, just got arrested, yo, about an hour ago, 2 hours ago. We got Young Thug, stupid as a motherfucker. He fucking already violated his parole, depending on how Fannie Willis want to play it. But, David. He ain't get arrested no months ago. If he got arrested months ago, they just started reporting it, because this right here say 2 hours ago.
Breaking news and arrest. That's according to the Los Angeles Police Department. There is Celeste Rivas. You might rapper here, and the car was ultimately found out front of his Hollywood Hills home, or a home at least that he was staying at. Now, David has been the center of a grand jury investigation.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to act right today. First, my live acting stupid. He probably should have got arrested months ago. It took long as shit to for them to make a move in this. Let's see what the. I don't know what he charged with.
Major breaking news now. Detectives from the Los Angeles Police Department Robbery Homicide Division have arrested singer David Burke for the murder of Celeste Rivas. Burke is being held without bail. The case will be presented to the DA's office on Monday for filing consideration. You may remember, and we've been reporting, Rivas's body was found in the trunk of David's car in September of last year. She was only 14 years old. Again, this breaking news just into our newsroom. We're working to get more information, and we'll continue to follow this story.
We do want to go ahead and bring in now ABC's Alex Stone on the phone to speak more about this case. Alex, you've been following this from the very beginning. Yeah. What can you tell us as far as this breaking information goes this afternoon?
Well, Mark and Michelle, yes.
I thought he would kill himself before he got arrested. But yo, they is gonna give him the blues in the joint. Like he gonna have to go to a PC joint. He locked up in California. They got PCRs. he got to go straight to the PCR. Yo, he get found guilty of this shit, boy.
Sources are telling us that this is based off of evidence that the LAPD was able to gather and put together, and now is going to be presenting to the LA County DA for a filing decision on Monday. This was not from any kind of indictment. We know that the case had gone to a grand jury. It was expected that there might be an indictment coming sometime soon. We were thinking in the last couple of months or in the next few weeks.
Oh, they must thought he was going to flee. Because he didn't even get indicted yet. They must was watching, yo, and probably thought he was ready to flee. Did y'all hear what he said? He haven't even been indicted. Which doesn't make any sense. Because the case been went in front of a grand jury months ago. You go in front of a grand jury to get an indictment. Indictment was coming down. He got wind, and they probably thought he was trying to flee, so he locked his ass up. Well, I guarantee that's what happened. It's gonna come out.
Tell us as far as this breaking information goes this afternoon.
Well, Mark and Michelle, yeah, sources are telling us that this is based off of evidence that the LAPD was able to gather and put together, and now is going to be presenting to the LA County DA for a filing decision on Monday. This was not from any kind of indictment. We know that the
I never heard that
gone
before.
to a grand jury. It was expected that there might be an indictment coming sometime soon. We were thinking in the last couple of months or in the next few weeks. This was not from that. We are told that this is evidence that they have been compiling going back
What are you
to when
talking
her
about? You
body
gave me
was
links.
found last
Links to what?
September, that now they have reached a point where they believe they have probable cause, and it's gone to the DA.
All right, and so a lot of people wondering, so many things seem to point to.
Good. I don't know what you talking
why
about.
did it take them this long to make the arrest? We know they're pretty methodical about how they do things, but.
Say he got arrested months ago.
Yeah, it's a good question. One of the things that they were waiting on, Mark, was the cause of death.
You can't put links in the chat, bro.
There was difficulty reaching that cause of death, not to get too graphic, but her body was in multiple parts. It was in, we know from court documents, 2 different body bags in the front trunk of...
Hey, Kev, you can't put links in the chat, bro. There's no links. If you send me a link, send it to my Instagram. You can't put links in the chat. Don't work that way.
That Tesla when her body was found. So it was difficult for the medical examiner to determine the cause of death. So they had to prove or be able to show to the DA that she was murdered, that it wasn't something else where, let's say that she overdosed and then somebody freaked out and put her body in that trunk.
Hey, what, this your favorite rapper or something, Kev? Like, what you be riding around listening to David all day? Like, why fuck this shit bother you so much, man? Yo, This was a wild. For one, she was an underage girl, man. I don't know what he's saying. He was a grown ass man dealing with an underage girl. Ain't no motherfucking remorse for this fuck boy.
Be able to prove that it was murder. They now believe that they can do that.
All right.
Yeah, we also know, David, as many entertainers do, had an entourage of people around him at times. I know some other individuals have been considered as drivers of this vehicle or either around. Any information on possibly how this could impact other people that David was around that also may have been around Celeste Rivas?
Michelle, we don't know yet, and if there are any other arrests that are going to be coming in this case. We know that there were a number of witnesses who came and testified in front of the grand jury, again, that this was not an indictment, that this is probable cause that the LAPD put together and moved forward on. But during the grand jury proceedings, which are secret as they're ongoing, that there were a number of other people who came forward, those who are close to David, friends of David, family members of his were subpoenaed to go in front of the grand jury. So if there are other arrests that could be coming, we don't know. But as of right now, he is the only one that we know of under arrest.
All right, singer David under arrest.
This don't make sense, yo. Like I'm not understanding that. Like, yo, when was that girl body found? What was her name? Celeste? When was that girl body found, yo? Like, how the fuck is it taking this long? Like, how they going from the grand jury months ago? Don't get an indictment. Arrest them on probable cause. Only thing makes sense is he was trying to flee. That's the only thing that makes sense. Because I never seen arrest handled that way. Like, that's not a protocol for arrest. Not after a case already ran in front of a grand jury. That ain't protocol, man. Normally they wait for the grand jury to come back with a finding. Normally they don't even take the grand jury 3 months to come back with a finding. More than likely he's going to get indicted. But I don't even... Like, what is he charged with? Hold on, man. We might got to go to an article. Oh, Trap Lord Ross. Look, he don't even know that. See, Trap Lord Ross just be saying shit. They do not say he arrested. He arrested in connection to the murder. Hold on, man. Let's see. Come on, Los Angeles. They're always trying to make you buy some shit. I don't want to buy it, yo. So this date's all we back to September 8th. That's September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. 7 months ago. On suspicions of murder and connect. So that's what I'm saying. They don't even know what he charged with yet, man. On suspicion of murder in connection with the case of a missing teenage girl whose decomposing body was discovered inside a Tesla in Hollywood. Was taken into custody shortly after 4:30 p.m. in Hollywood, said Los Angeles Department Captain Scott Williams. It is not clear what specific evidence led authorities to... I think he was ready to flee. That's what the fuck was. That's what was going on. He was ready to flee, man. In September, Tesla registered today was towed from a street near the singer upscale Hollywood home. The severely decomposed body of teenager Celeste Rivas Hernandez was found in a vehicle at Hollywood Tow after it was impounded. I don't know, y'all. That shit don't really make sense. They don't know what he charged with. He arrested for murder. he probably arrested for something involving the murder. But ain't no telling if he arrested for murder or not yet. We just watched that. It's only 2 videos on it. Let's see what they say.
Welcome back. We are getting some
Kid, what's
more
up,
breaking news
baby?
tonight right here in Los Angeles. The LAPD has arrested the singer David, who's also known as the 21-year-old David Burke, for the murder of Celeste Rivas. Now, this is a major update in the investigation into the death of a 14-year-old whose decomposed body was found in the trunk of David's Tesla last September. Let's bring in NBC's Camila Bernal, who's been following this one for us. This is a huge update, and for everybody that's been following this case since the discovery of the body in David's Tesla, the big question has always been, why has he not been named as suspect? And today he's arrested.
Yes, and I can't tell you why it took so long, but he was arrested
Leave him alone,
on suspicion of murder.
Yeah,
he has not
the
been
time
charged.
of his life, man.
So this is going to be presented to the DA on Monday, so we might get some charges on Monday. And it's serious because obviously we know it's on suspicion of murder, so he might be charged with murder. We knew that they had done interviews. We knew there was a grand jury.
Look, they don't know that they don't know what he charged with, y'all. He could be charged with accessory after the fact.
We knew they had canvas for video in the area, but they never arrested him, like you mentioned. And everybody sort of questioned this in terms of, yes, she was. And like
LeVar said, them Teslas got cameras all around it. So I just don't, unless they had on mad. Like, it just doesn't. This case is just crazy. Like, this probably gonna be one of the wildest trials if it ever comes to that point, because don't nobody really know what's going on. You know, the information that they're putting out is like, it's all over the place. And it's like, and they've been real secretive or particular about their investigation.
Tesla, it was his car. Why is he not arrested quickly? And he wasn't, and we don't have an answer as to why, but we do know that he had been the focus of this investigation because of the relationship, because of his Tesla, and months and months later, we now have this arrest.
And we're looking at some of that video right there. The body was found in that impound lot, but the car was found not in that impound lot. It was towed there after being parked somewhere in Los Angeles, right?
Yeah, so they found her body in September, but authorities do believe that she was killed sometime in the spring. So her body had been in that frunk of the Tesla for a long time. It actually was discovered because it smelled so bad in that car and in that the tow yard. Someone essentially just walking by noticed a really horrible smell, and that's how authorities found her body. It had been decomposed. It was in horrible shape, and she was identified through forensics, you know, so it wasn't like they were able to get a lot of clues from the body. So that's probably also a reason why it took investigators so long, because it's hard to piece together that information when you have a body that has been sitting in the summer in Los Angeles in the frunk of a car for months and months and months. And so they were trying to obviously piece everything together. Hopefully we'll get more information, because all we knew was that they had some sort of relationship, but we don't know a lot of what led us here.
And yeah, this is one of those cases. It's a high profile case in Los Angeles. LAPD is very tight-lipped, no suspects named, and yet on the side, on social media, all online, like there are thousands and thousands of people that are following this case very closely and start their own investigation. So I imagine that
so this gonna be like a know what this is shaping out to be? Y'all know what this case is shaping out to be, y'all? And how they gonna make it? Take a wild guess, man. Take a wild guess of what they shaping this case out to be. Yeah, exactly, LeVar. Fucking OJ. Watch. That's how they shaping this out to be, man. I already see it. I already see it, man. Like it doesn't really. I don't know. It's just. It don't make sense. What's up, Ray? Shit don't make sense, man. Because like, yo, ain't no way. Like, it's hard to even explain. For the things that supposed to have been done to this girl, body damn near mutilated. It was stories that she was frozen. Body was chopped up. Take 8 months to get her arrest. And we still don't even know what he's charged with. They were like, why are they being so careful? But they ain't never this damn careful. You feel me? Like, that's the thing about it. Like, yo, I think this might have been the most carefully planned arrest I've ever seen in my fucking life. Like, yo, they is taking their time with this. Like, what's your net worth? How much this boy worth? $3 million. He ain't even worth that much money. I don't know, yo. This is odd. This is odd, man. Very, very odd.
Things. There's going to be some truth to some of what people have found. There's going to be
trust God time and what you did.
And hopefully we'll get those details on Monday, because if we have charging documents, we'll have some of the evidence that police are actually looking into. And we did get some information from sources, but you're right. LAPD was very tight-lipped in terms of what actually happened here.
Yeah, hopefully some resolution soon. Camila Bernal, thank you so very much.
Y'all just know what it sounds like. Yo, this must be like an industry sacrifice or something. Yo, this might be some shit like tied to Epstein or something. Like, I don't know. Yo, this is crazy, man. For real. I think they don't want to release the details, maybe because it feed into a lot of speculation that people had about the industry. Like, I don't know, yo. Something odd. I'm just, trying to make sense out of it. Like, something odd going on with this whole situation. Very odd, very strange. But like the fact that they the grand jury convened months ago and they arrested him without an indictment still. I ain't never seen that done before. It gotta be something, yo. They're trying to hide. I don't know. I don't want to keep speculating, but something ain't right. But I wanted to remember earlier today I was telling y'all about the case with the girl. All right, so somebody put together a real detailed video on this, real quick video. I don't know who YouTube page this is, but remember I was telling y'all about the Ashley Janae. Matter of fact, before we do that, let's go to her family, and then we're gonna let y'all Ashley Janae. Family seeks answers. All right.
The mystery surrounding the death of a social media influencer from New Jersey is deepening.
We just want the truth. We just want to know what happened.
Earlier this month, Ashley Robinson, better known as Ashley Janae, was on vacation with her boyfriend at a resort in Tanzania. Images posted online show her celebrating her 31st birthday and getting engaged to her boyfriend, 45-year-old Joseph McCann.
She was happy. This is what she wanted. She FaceTimed me, showed me her ring. She's like, Papa, I'm happy.
But days later, local authorities say hotel guests reported a romantic conflict between the couple, prompting management to move McCann to a separate room. A few hours later, authorities say she was found unresponsive in her room by hotel staff.
I did receive a phone call from Joe. He told me that Ashley did something to herself and that she was being taken to the hospital, and that he told me that she was stable.
After receiving treatment at 2 hospitals, Robinson was declared deceased. A hospital medical report suggesting she died by suicide, noting an unidentified mark around her neck. But Robinson's family not accepting that explanation. They want more information.
She's never done anything that would ever lead me to believe that she would do something to harm herself like that. She was happy.
Authorities are still questioning McCann and confiscated his passport while they wait for the medical examiner's report. McCann has not responded to a request for comment.
No arrests have been made. Police previously said McCann is not suspected of wrongdoing.
All right, so somebody put together a whole video.
Influencer from New Jersey, they want answers after authorities in East Africa announced Ashley Robinson died in Zanzibar this past weekend. The 31-year-old was there with her fiance. Police say she was found unconscious in her luxury villa and later was pronounced dead at a hospital. Jerika Duncan spoke to Robinson's parents in their very first network interview. Jerika, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. Ashley Robinson, according to her family, was a light. She's the oldest of 6. She loved traveling the world. And they told me that they're very confused, honestly, by the lack of transparency about the investigation and the lack of communication from Robinson's fiance. For influencer
Did
Ashley
they even
Robinson,
know this nigga?
known to tens of...
Like, that's the thing, like, do they even know y'all? Like, this man just proposed to y'all daughter. Like, how well acquainted? They probably feel guilty. They probably didn't even get a chance to know y'all. They probably just saying the fact that he had some money and just was okay with it. Because they don't seem like they got no emotional attachment to this nigga. Like, how long was they in a relationship?
Thousands of her followers as Ashley Janae, a birthday trip to a tropical paradise was supposed to be the pinnacle of a lifestyle built on travel and exploration. It was here on the East African island of Zanzibar where her boyfriend Joe McCann dropped to one knee. On Monday, we spoke to Robinson's parents.
Yeah.
We both have had FaceTime conversations with her. She was showing us the engagement ring and where they were. She was happy. It doesn't make any sense.
In the middle of celebrating her engagement to McCann, just days after her 31st birthday, police say Robinson was rushed to a local hospital after she was found unconscious and was later pronounced dead.
We found out that our daughter had passed from the hotel. The fiance did not reach out to us at all.
Robinson's mother told another news outlet the couple had an argument so severe.
I don't think they know this nigga. The fiance.
That hotel staff moved them into separate rooms. Investigators in Zanzibar announced Tuesday that McCann is being held for questioning. Authorities have also seized his passport pending the results of an autopsy.
Do you believe that Joe McCann had something to do with your daughter's death?
We don't know what went on.
What did she tell you her dreams or her goals were for the future?
She believed that she was on the path of the next chapter of her life and settling with someone who she believed to be the love of her life.
I know.
Now we have been...
I know. That's the thing, y'all. And I was talking about that earlier. Yo, but somebody posted a whole compilation of that type of shit. Hold on. Did y'all see Swamp Stories got exposed? Is this it? No, this ain't it. Who's this? Ashley Robinson was on that shit. Oh, all right. Hold on. Somebody put together a whole video. Look. So I'll be noticing a trend here. Man gets life in prison for killing December Mississippi woman. First degree murder. Like, I don't know why black women think that, you know, going after white men is a better alternative. Like, I don't know where they get that shit from. Yo, but white men are abusive as well. Yeah, man, like, I don't know. I don't want to bash white men because, you know, every group of men got their issues. But for some reason, it's like a trend. It seems like now when it comes down to black women thinking they can deal with white men and it solve all their problems, and you won't go through none of the shit that you go through dealing with black men. Yeah, that is not reality. Like, look, this is shit I was telling you about. New court documents claim Pooh Shiesty dad admitted knowing FBI surveillance routes and arrest timing. I don't know where people was getting this from. I didn't see any of that. Like, I haven't seen no new Pooh. Ain't no new Pooh Shiesty paperwork got released since the 8th or the 9th. So I don't know where these people is getting this paperwork from, because my paperwork lady sent me the whole docket of Pooh Shiesty. And the last filing was on the 9th. So I don't know where. I'm starting to think people making that shit up. Like I seen that, and then there's some shit about Pooh Shiesty. I mean about Big 30. I'm gonna get back to Shorty. Look, Big 30 father confirmed under oath that his son owned a Glock 45 and Draco, claiming it was part of weapons used when Gucci Man almost got his muffin. Oh man, he making it, he making a game out of it. But I don't know where they getting this shit from. For real. Is it a date on here? Of course not. Of course not. So I'm not gonna report on that. But yeah, so somebody put together a video and they dive deep into this guy and who he is. This John McCain guy. So he was drowning. He was drowning in $100 million of crypto debt.
Ashley Janae was not dating just.
Who is this? Is this Bobby? Is this the O'Shea dude? What's his name? Fuck their name is. I think this is his page.
Any white guy. She was dating a white guy that was really balling. And his name was
Yeah. All right, so you want to pay? Yeah, I don't know if that news that people pushing on Pooh Shiesty is real or Big 30. Like, they didn't get that far into the case for them to be releasing all that information. I think they doing the same thing too, y'all. But that's part of the game that the feds is playing. You know, they playing the bloggers, and bloggers is playing with them. I don't know if they're doing it intentionally, like they're getting paid, but they definitely doing it.
See, anybody can fake it on YouTube or fake it on social media, but not Joe McCann.
That's his name.
Joe McCann is the CEO of Asymmetric. Asymmetric is a company that has a dual vehicle structure. Number one, it operates as a venture capital fund, meaning that it invests in web fintech startups. But the second component of this company is that it's a liquid alpha fund, meaning that it trades and invests in cryptocurrencies. This made Asymmetric a really successful company, especially to investors. When you're a charismatic founder like Joe McCann, people are not just investing in Asymmetric, they're investing in you. Just like Elon Musk, whenever he comes up with a new company, people are not looking to invest in his new company. We're looking to invest in Elon Musk because we know that Elon Musk will make it happen. And in 2024, Asymmetric was doing this.
This guy is a finance expert who runs the best performing hedge fund in the world over the last year and generated millions in crypto. So I asked him, what's wrong with the get-rich-quick stories we keep seeing? And here's what he said.
People want the easy button, so they search the internet and go, how do I become a crypto trader? That's awesome, but that's not actually going to make you a really good trader. And so the media also loves to highlight these types of things. So if somebody's like, meet the kid who put $800 into WIF and made $2 million, that's a lottery ticket.
Joe McCann was running one of the best crypto funds on planet Earth in 2025. He was investing in coins such as Solana and Bitcoin, and he was on top of his game. And when you're on top of your game in the investing world, you get into more doors, you get into more rooms, and more people want to be a part of what you got, especially the clout. When you're managing people's money, let's say, for example, if you have like $100 million invested, well, if you're managing the fund, you can take 3 to 5% of the fee for yourself. And that is a lot of money. Now, Joe McCann was a guy who majored in philosophy at Portland State, and he pretty much taught himself all of this stuff. So to go from a philosophy major to making $5 million a year at least is something incredible.
God dang.
So Ashley Janae had the right guy. Or did she? Now again, it's still 2025 and Joe McCann is with this much younger, beautiful black woman going all across the world. They're in the United States, they're in Mexico, they're everywhere. But there's just a problem. Joe's company, Asymmetric, is not doing well. You see, 2024 was different, but 2025, parts of the cryptocurrency market were crashing, especially the coin Solana. And he went from making a bunch of profits to losing almost $100 million.
Dang.
He would appear on this podcast called Kyle Chassis Crypto and talk about the mistakes he made with his portfolio for his clients.
2025, every single narrative failed for Bitcoin. And I got caught up in that. I think a lot of fund managers got caught up in that. And a lot of just retail investors got caught up in that. And the narratives that had worked prior to Bitcoin just flat out didn't work.
Well, wait, there's more.
And that was 2025 for Bitcoin. So I look at it like this asset and the asset class is now mature enough where I don't want to say it's boring, but the narratives that pushed the price of Bitcoin previously just don't work anymore.
He can't really tell the entire story, but what he's talking about is, listen, I made the same mistake that many other fund managers did, and we messed up. We lost a lot of money. The stuff that worked last year in 2024 simply did not work this year. Basically, what he did was he misread the maturity of the market, which led him to being caught off sides and suffering the major losses his fund experienced. And his fund lost a lot of money, a whopping $100 million. Joe McCann was broke.
Damn.
Now imagine
that's probably
this
what
video
happened, y'all.
was just
They probably was fighting. She probably found out he was broke. She could have killed herself, y'all. Or he could have did it. Never know. But that's probably what the beef was over. You know, it's only but so long you can hide that shit, man. You know, motherfucker can make it look good till they can't make it look good no more. You feel me? You know, all lies get revealed, man. Like, there's no way you can uphold a lie forever. Look at Gucci Mane. Look at all these rap niggas who turned out to be not who they say they were. Yo, time reveals all, man.
less than 3 weeks ago. Joe has saw that his fund had 80% wipeout year to date, which is terrible. This is typically a terminal event for any fund manager's reputation. He had a plan. He was about to pivot into a massive new project called Accelerate. This is another altcoin or cryptocurrency coin treasury company that he was trying to raise $1.51 million to move away from this failing hedge fund.
So
by late 2025, that deal was canceled from institutional investors because they backed out because of the performance and red flags surrounding Asymmetric's losses. Remember, Iggy Azalea came on Ashley Janae's post and she was commenting RIP. Now, the same Iggy Azalea, the singer, even came and said this: he was discovered to have questionable business practices, and everyone that I know stopped doing business with him in 2024. People had questions about how he ran his company, Asymmetric. Woo! Let's fast forward. Now, it's April 2026, but Joe McCann is pretty much broke. His fund is losing a lot of money, and this chick, Ashley Janae, is bragging about this white guy who was on top of the world in 2024, but in 2025, he doesn't have a whole lot of money. But the guy is spending a lot of money. But why is he spending so much money on Ashley Janae taking these trips when he really doesn't have it? Well, Joe McCann had to keep being the man. He had to look like he still had money. Because remember, People were not investing in asymmetric or accelerate. They're investing into him. So if he stops looking like a winner, then investors panic and then they pull out their money and then the fund goes down even more. He also needed to leverage for the next pivot. And having a beautiful young lady like Ashley Janae was the issue. He needed to maintain social capital with Ashley. Now, he may not have loved Ashley, and we're going to find out that he didn't. But this is what he was doing. His brand was built on being the wealthy benefactor fiance. That's what he was doing. But then, here is the terrible part. Joe McCann and Ashley Janae got to Tanzania around April 4th, at least from what I've seen, okay? She posted on April 5th. That's the last time we heard from her. We didn't hear from her on April 6th, April 7th, April 8th, April 9th, April 10th, April 11th, April 12th. But we do see that while this girl is missing and most likely dead, what do we see Joe McCann doing?
What?
Yeah, Joe McCann is literally on X trying to find new people to invest into his stuff. Not worried about his deceased fiance or girlfriend. Let's look at this. April the 7th. We most likely believe that she's dead. He says this. The top 30 most in-demand startup secondary shares in Q1 2026. No surprise, AI and defense techs are at the top of the list. It's interesting. He's not talking about his girlfriend at all, is he? Another success story from a normie. I mean, this is another post on April the 8th. Again, nobody knows from his girlfriend. He hasn't reported her murder yet. He is posting about the murder. April 6th, narrative violation. Remember, she doesn't post on April 6th. Nobody's heard from her, but he's posting online. Look at this. Okay, hear me out. Let's divide a country where one half is socialist and the other half is capitalist. Although we don't know where the full half of his black girlfriend is. Then we hear this. The word expert in media has come to mean pundit with Davos liberal talking points. Bullseye. April 6th. Nobody heard from her that day. He reposted, I have never been so bullish on the United States of America. I mean, he's real active. Silicon Valley is long the right tail. Wall Street is long the left tail. Now, imagine this. His fiance is missing or deceased or dead. And Joe McCann doesn't care anything about her. Guys, he's on X talking about cryptocurrencies, AI, and everything else. Completely not caring about this young lady at all. But then people started coming onto his posts on X after he shut down his Instagram accounts. What are they saying? Please, can we know exactly what happened, Mr. Man? Woo!
Right, so.
Your wife just died and you're on here talking about AI success stories? Oh yeah, you definitely need to be investigated. That's crazy. Another person goes, you murdered your girlfriend and you're trying to twist it to self-deletion? You're not going to escape this. And after really doing the research on Joe McCann, I mean, this guy is a complete narcissist or sociopath. He never really cared about this lady in the first place. I don't know, they may have gotten into an argument or gotten into some level of a disagreement, and he took it out on her. I don't know if it was the pressures of losing all that money, but realistically, she was just a means to an end. He most likely deleted her and got rid of her and didn't even care about her life. He went on as if nothing had happened. You got to be careful with a lot of these guys, especially, you know, the dudes who say they make money in crypto, they make money in investments, and these guys can offer, you know, these super lavish lives. People who are typically involved in stuff like this typically are involved in things that are very, very dangerous. In order for you to make this kind of money.
If he is on, you know, steroids, fuck with your mood. A lot of them people that take steroids, they be having anger issues and shit. Ain't no telling what happened, yo. She could have possibly committed suicide. You know, because something wasn't right. She had to been off to been, you know, disrespecting black men the way she was in prefer of this guy. She probably found out he was broke, man. I'm telling you. Because she was only with him for the money. She probably found out Joe was broke and said, man, fuck that. I done lied on the internet, you know, perpetrated this lifestyle like I'm this, I'm that, and the whole time we ain't even got no money. And couldn't take it. I mean, I guess they'll investigate, see what happened.
You can't really care about people. You just can't. you have to really be willing to care about yourself. And typically, people who make this kind of money want to offer you this lifestyle so fast, especially if you haven't done anything to earn it.
We're learning new details tonight about the death of an influencer with local ties who was found dead while on vacation in Africa.
She was right, though.
Ashley Robinson, who goes by Ashley Janae online, was on a birthday trip with her fiance at the time.
Well, tonight we're learning her fiance is still being questioned as Robinson's family desperately tries to find out what happened to her.
Yeah, he was
It is
broke.
Tuesday night. Stories off. Felicia Vitarelli is joining us, and the big story in Action News is the mysterious death
And the
of
crypto
a South
market
Jersey
been
woman,
struggling.
now drawing international attention.
Now, tonight, we know new details from authorities about her death. She was on a vacation of a lifetime in Zanzibar, Tanzania, which is on the east coast of Africa. Action News reporter John Paul live in the Satellite Center now with the very latest, and the family desperate for answers, John.
Yeah, Alicia, Rick, they are desperate for those answers. Now, we did get some new information. We know that authorities in Tanzania
Yeah,
have
yo, ball out.
confiscated her.
You know, I can see that, y'all. I can see that. I can see her finding out he was broke. Because they said it was an argument. That's documented. The argument probably was about some type of money. And she couldn't, I mean, it could have went either way. He could have harmed her or she could have actually killed herself. It's possible. I wouldn't rule it out. I wouldn't rule out suicide in this situation. But it can also be murdered as well. That shit like 50-50.
Her fiance's passport. This is why he's still being questioned. But according to the BBC, local authorities there in Tanzania did not originally suspect him of any wrongdoing, while the family continues to be desperate to know what happened.
I don't think no one else is going to fight for it the way we will.
That fight continues tonight as the parents of Ashley Robinson press for answers.
Let us know what happened. That's the
What's
one
up,
thing we
Bill?
want to know is the truth.
There is nothing that's confirmed. We don't have anything.
And I think they probably feel guilty, yo, because they probably ain't do no. Once they found, yo, it's some people like that, y'all. I can see this being a family where once they found out he had money, that's all they cared about. They was just so happy that their daughter was marrying into some fucking money. I can see that being the case. It's people like that, yo. You can't rule that out. I hope that's not them, but it could very well be them. Because they don't seem like, based off the conversations that they having about this guy, it don't seem like they know him. It don't seem like they know him at all.
From the police or law enforcement that states that there is a conclusion to anything. It's under investigation, and it's under investigation because it doesn't look right.
Robinson, a 31-year-old social media influencer who went by Ashley Janae online, was found unresponsive in her hotel room in Zanzibar and declared dead April 9th. Police say they're investigating it as a possible suicide. But investigators in Tanzania said she had been in a fight with her fiance, Joe McCann, hours earlier, and the two were separated by hotel staff. He was moved to a different villa, which was about a 10-minute walk away from where she was staying.
And that's now
Her parents are now pushing for security.
that is a red flag too, because they put up a GoFundMe. But if he supposed to have all this money, she should have funded the whole funeral. But it can also be that the family don't want his money because they don't know what's going on. So it can be a number of reasons.
Footage from the Zuri Zanzibar hotel.
If there's security footage, that will tell the story. So we just want to know if there's any security footage, if there's anything just to say that what he's saying is true.
The hotel hasn't responded to them, but did provide a brief statement to ABC News, saying they were deeply saddened by a tragic incident involving one of our guests. Tonight, the family's preparing to fly to Zanzibar to try to get answers in person.
I just know that I have to keep going forward. I'm never going to give up. And I just want the truth out there.
We did reach out to McCann. He has not responded. As for the autopsy, that is expected to be released at some point tomorrow. The parents tell me that they are still trying to make the trip out to Africa. They expect to do that sometime this week, but they're waiting on that autopsy. Live tonight in the Satellite Center. John Paul.
Yeah, they will.
Channel 6 Action News. Rick?
I think they're gonna get some answers. I think the hotel put out a statement, or the resort they was at. Where the fuck is it at? I just was looking at it. That shit mad small. I'm probably reading all this shit. What is it? birthday. Who put this out? She and her fiance, nothing. Oh, that's the Robinson family. All right, we don't need to hear. We already heard from them. Hey, yo, did y'all see that? What's the problem that California got with swamp stories, man? Somebody exposed swamp stories. Like, y'all know that page on YouTube that be covering all the deaths and shit all over the place. Well, California has a serious issue with this dude. I think they want to kill him. For real. Like, based off of the hate I see in the comments. So somebody exposed him. Where is it at? Did y'all see this? Swamp Story dude got exposed. Man who was accused of being hitting YouTube with Swamp Story's disabled IG account after being allegedly exposed for being the man behind the hated YouTube channel. Also, Swamp Stories claims to retire and deletes every IG post around the same time. Can it just be a coincidence? So I guess this is the guy right here. But this is what I be telling y'all. Like this, for people that's familiar with that page, he like a fucking Trap Lord Ross. That page covers crimes and murders from every city. And look who's running it. Look at this shit, man. This shit I be talking about them faceless pages, man. That man that made millions. That man that made millions off that page. Millions off that page, man. You look like Aiden Ross a little bit.
In Atlanta. Pay $3,500 for a 2-bedroom. You think we can take a look at your apartment? I think we can. All right, let's go. Come on in. I chose this apartment, obviously because of the windows and the view.
Damn.
Also,
you're living nice off the coast. Jesus Christ, this is crazy.
Because I work from home.
Man, fuck
and
yeah.
The amenities here. I found this.
You ain't seen that page? Swamp Stories. That page been eaten. 791,000 subscribers. Yeah, that page been eating, man. 100 motherfucking 12 million views. He deleted some of his videos. Because he got way more than 115 videos. Yo deleted some of them bitches. A lot of them. $7 million views. 5.5 million, 3 million. Look at his titles. Rap Dumbest Criminal. Birdman's Evil Hitman. Like, look at the fucking titles to this shit. Hell Newest Rapper. What the fuck type of title is this? Hell Newest Rapper? The Shooting Boys. How an NYPD baddie helped them catch. Whatever. These titles is crazy. Young Thug is a demon. This is the real story. What the fuck? This nigga crazy. I don't watch that shit.
Apartment online, and what I should have done is gone through Brandon because I paid $300 more than I would have had I gone through him. Business owner and media marketing. The biggest thing about this apartment complex is all of the amenity spaces and the workspaces throughout the building. It's good to stay creative by changing where you are when you're working. The windows, obviously, and the view, especially in the morning, it wakes you up and gets you energized. Then the 2-bedroom for the workspace where I could set up my desk, where I could get all my work done with the view. and without the sun goes up that way, so there's no sun hitting you in the face
That's
while you're
crazy,
working.
y'all.
Thank you guys for in Atlanta.
Hey,
3,900
Swamp Stories. For this one, we cover a complete sociopath. Plain and simple. A rapper who wreaked havoc on the streets of California.
yeah, like they've been on his ass. The Bay Area rapper Lord Sheik exposed hidden YouTube swamp stories.
In Atlanta.
I'm mad at all these motherfucking. Look like he in motherfucking Spain somewhere on this bitch. All right, yo, but Young Thug might have fucked himself over, man. Young Thug a dumbass. Like, yo, a lot of these, yeah, but I told y'all about rappers. A lot of these rappers are stupid. Like, outside of rap, not all of them, but outside of rap, they wouldn't have no future. Like, a lot of these dudes weren't hustlers. They wasn't even slick dudes. Like, they wasn't money getters. They just knew how to rap and caught a wave. Yo, Young Thug. That's why I never took that plea deal. Yo, I'm not taking no 15-year plea deal, yo. Fuck that. 15 years probation. I can't do that. I couldn't do it. Especially, like, in that case. That's why I don't even see how people be like, yo, why would, that case was garbage. Like, yo, Young Thug went all the way through damn near the YSL trial up until the last 2 weeks and then took a dumbass plea deal. Like, yo, that was fucking insanely stupid. So, he was just in Miami. He was just in Miami and got pulled over. And he know Fannie Willis out to get him. The fuck? He know Fannie Willis is out to get him. She already tried to get him once. But he gonna make it easy for her. He gonna make it easy for her, man. Because he just got pulled over. Yeah, he took your 15 years probation, man. Like a 30-year suspended sentence. Like something stupid, yo. Like, it was real dumb. I'd have never did that shit. So, look. So, for people that don't know, there's a such thing as criminal traffic. So, what I mean by that is, if you on papers, there's some traffic cases that can violate you. Driving on suspended can violate you. Driving on hit and run can violate you. You know, they'll send you back to jail for that shit. Because those are felony traffic cases. DUI violate you. Why Young Thug was in Miami and got caught driving on suspended license? Driving on suspended license, y'all. Stupid as a motherfucker. Alright, so this happened. Oh, he might be alright. You never know. Once video get released, you know, people start acting different. So this happened, what was that? Month and a half ago. February, March, April. February. Yeah, about a month. Almost a month and a half ago.
Hello, sir. You have your driver's license, insurance registration?
Now those are dumbass.
I got license. Okay. You don't have a picture of it or anything?
Yep. No, you want my one dispatch.
Yeah, he might be alright, yo, but he better stop playing.
You need me? You need police?
I'm with him.
Oh, you with him?
That's what I'm telling you. I'm letting you know what you're doing.
Oh, okay.
You see moving right, got two cars tailing him. What's up, Charles? He ain't even got his license. Ain't like he got a seatbelt on. Yo, when I came home, yo, I used to wear I still wear my seatbelt, but especially when I first came home, man, I used to have my seatbelt on everywhere I went. I ain't giving these people no reason to fuck with me, even though they're fucking me anyway. But if they do, I'm justified. You know, seatbelt on, license, registration good, everything is good.
Is the car registered to you? Should be, yeah.
Yeah, no toss like one of me, Jay.
If you can start working for the insurance and the registration. I'll be right back, all right? All right, give me 1 second. Hold on. Let me see the license one more time. Jeffrey Lee. You young thug? Yeah. That's why we said trying to go to the I know, man, but you going 83 and a 45. Oh, Steve? Yeah.
83 and a 45, yo. Like, oh, come on, shorty. You going 83 and a 45 and your license fucked up, yo. Like, niggas gotta tighten up, man.
And do you have the hold on 1 second. The insurance and the registration? Yeah, all right, hold on 1 second. Is this a good address for you? Yeah. I'm yours? Yeah. Okay. Let me see the. All right, I'll be right back, okay?
Who's the guy standing out front? Want to go?
What's up?
I could have just stayed there. Sarge?
What's up? How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
Can you? How many in the vehicle?
2.
Who's the guy standing out front? One of the guys?
No, I guess I don't know. I guess they're together, but he's fine.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, if his license on, right?
Hi. How are you?
He ain't even riding bulletproof. That bitch don't even look like it's bulletproof.
How you guys doing? You're with them?
I be riding bulletproof,
okay.
yo. If I had money like
Just
that.
checking. I like the car.
Everything bulletproof.
All right, Mr. Jeffrey. Listen, you're getting a citation. You were going 83. All right, that's criminal. You can be arrested. I'm not giving you a ticket for that. I'm just giving you your license is suspended. So somebody, do you have a license?
I forgot speeding. Depending on how fast you was going over the speed limit, that can violate you too. That's why probation is so tricky, yo. They can send you back. It's really up to their discretion, but they can send you back in multiple different ways, man. You going 40 miles over the speed limit, that's dangerous. You gotta go to court for that type of ticket.
So he can drive. My license suspended? Yeah. It says, yeah. It says from, I wrote it down here. 11/24/25 financial responsibilities. Financial? Yeah, maybe child support or insurance. I'm not sure, but that's what it's for. So you gotta drive
for 5 months.
All right. Good.
Yeah, they looked out for
I'm
him.
not giving you a ticket. Listen, you could be arrested for that.
Yeah, they looked out for him.
So
yeah, you right, baseball. You lucky. He is lucky they was fans. Cause if they wasn't, his ass could have went to jail for that.
Get that taken care of. Yeah. I don't know no shit like that. Yeah. I used to patrol your neighborhood, man. Which one? Silver Hills. Shores? No, Zone 3. In Atlanta. In Atlanta, yeah. All right, guys, you good to go? All right, be safe. Yeah, you too. Thank you. All right.
Oh yeah, he made out. Yo, lucky as a bitch. Hope we learn from that, y'all. Hope we learn from that. Might not be lucky next time. Straight up. We learn from that shit. Did y'all see Finesse 2 times? Did y'all see the video of Finesse 2 times? They said he ran from the club or something. So this him explaining the situation.
Back end, man, me, Lil Ju, and my bookie, we count the back end. And a couple of my other little men, they walking in and shit. Finna handle the business and go check the spot out, make sure it's everything good. And got a couple of my guys, they holding me down and shit. So some nigga come out the club belligerent, y'all. And the nigga come out the club belligerent and run straight up to my nigga now. I don't know what the fuck made him do that. What the fuck made you? You stupid as a motherfucker. If you sit in
he walked in the club.
You stupid as a motherfucker if you really thinking that you gonna be able to really handle me or really be able to play with me. You really thinking so the nigga hit one of my little niggas. I ain't gonna lie. He was drunk. He had just got beat up. He hit one of my little niggas. And when he hit one of my little niggas, my shit, they beat his ass back into the club. So when I seen one or two of my other brothers tucking their chains and getting ready to get in action, shit, I jumped out the trunk and me and them got the cuffing and we got in action. And shit, we ran in there. But the security guard had blocked the nigga off in the bathroom, so I just left because it was too much ruckus. But we was gonna kick your drawers in your ass. If you would have came out that bathroom, we was gonna kick your drawers up your motherfucking ass, though. You think that first ass whooping was something? Man, the nigga was finna put so many elbows and knees on your motherfucking head, fool. 250 running in the club. 250 running in the club. What you talking about running from me? Quit playing on my name, man. Quit playing on my name, man. This is not that. So they brought the back in, man. Me, Lil Ju.
That's 2 times crazy. He always having issues. That's why he can't never get booked. But that looked like that was unavoidable, man. It looked like they handled that shit, appropriately. Look at these niggas.
Still walking through the hood with the old man. OG. We still walking through the hood, man.
What is that show? Come on, Honeycomb. You don't realize what they doing? See, this is what they do to these niggas. This is how you exploit ignorance. Honeycomb Brazy think this some gangster shit. Because Honeycomb Brazy is still ignorant. He's still young-minded. But, yo, this man is damn near 70 years old, man. His ass needs to be in somebody's motherfucking house. What the fuck is he walking through the hood for? But this is how they exert their influence over top of these niggas. They show them that, look, we got pull, we got rank. But this is what I was talking about, where we was talking about the black CEO and the advantages that the black CEO have over the white CEO. But it's also what ultimately hurts the black CEO, because he wouldn't be doing this with Leo Cohen. He wouldn't be doing this with Lucian Grain. But by him doing this with Jay Prince, it creates a perception that this is bigger than music. Y'all remember I was talking about that. This is bigger than music. This is bigger than business. We're a family. You understand? But they only present it to you that way to secure the business. But when you ignorant, you don't see it until it's too late. So then when they show you that it's just business, now you blindsided. Now you want smoke. Now you feel betrayed. This is a prime example of what I was talking about in that video, when I was talking about when Charlamagne said he wouldn't do this to no white CEO. Yeah, because no white CEO would do this with you.
Everybody can't do this, man. You know how we do it. Walk through that like, yeah. Still walking through the hood with the old man. OG.
He gonna see. I think for that's 2 times in the comments. Was he? He was in the comments of one of them fucking videos. So did y'all see this? Remember we was chipping out this video?
That's amazing.
The nigga explained it, man. Remember this video where Dirk was in the studio and the nigga get to rubbing your head and shit?
No passport, y'all know what a vacation is. Independent, you know.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Now who was that?
All right, so look, I never addressed this video because it's funny as fuck, man. We laugh at it, but yo, let me tell y'all, the cigarette was diabolical.
I didn't know that was wrong.
I was more happy at the engineer. That's why I was patting him on the head, bro, because he was fucking up me and Dirk vocals all night, bro. And he finally got it fucking right. And I was just proud of him. It was like more of a proud dad moment. It wasn't really nothing too crazy, but this video has been going so insane. Now I see it's back going viral. So I'm like, yo, let me just explain this dumbass shit for the dumbasses in the back. Love, though.
Hey, yo, you ain't never supposed to be that proud of a nigga, yo. Like, yo, you was way too proud. Whatever. Like, fuck all that. Like, you can't, like you said, baseball, you can't really explain this. Ain't no explanation to this, bro. Like, why was you rubbing that man's shoulders, man? Look, yo, why the fuck is your hand on his head, man? It's not your son, bro. It's some shit you do to your child, man. What the fuck is you doing, my nigga? You can't look at Dirk. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck? Hey, I would have been the same way. Like, oh, what the fuck up was going on here? You know, maybe it's the I ain't supposed to be here right now, man. You know, maybe this is after hours. Look at Dirk, yo. What the fuck is this nigga doing? Now he got his hands on his shoulders. No, man. No, yo. I ain't gonna lie, Roy. I don't know what that was. But you ain't never supposed to be that motherfucking excited. Alright, so before we get to Boosie and Vlad, right? So Boosie did his own interview and he released clips of, you know, things that he talked about on his interview.
Hey, this I'm going off with this bitch. And Pooh Shiesty. They pretty much being pretty hard on Pooh right now, and I just want to know how you feel about it.
Who just shouldn't have told shit?
Yeah, for real though.
He shouldn't identify them for shit. Know what he should have said when they came in this bitch? We doing this shit for his album. This is all a social media skit. We already took out the vlogs to post it. We doing this shit for his album. I'm getting it together right now. We doing this shit for his album. And if you fuck with my artist, I'ma sue y'all. You arrest my artist, I'ma sue y'all. I'm looking at this shit now. Don't you know what the fuck he did? Everybody trying to sugarcoat for this nigga. You know exactly what the fuck is going on.
I'm watching this shit right now. I swear to God. Y'all crazy. Man, this shit, I'm going off on this bitch. They asked me about Young Thug. Young Thug. Okay, I'm getting all my clips together right now. Young Thug. Pooh, Shiesty.
You can't even say if you a rapper.
Oh, me supporting the Jaden Ivey dude about the basketball player.
You crossed the line that never should be crossed. To call a real nigga like...
Oh, I'm talking about that bitch who lied on me on now. That bitch.
Gucci and Pooh Shiesty. They pretty much be...
Hold on. They asked me about Young Thug. Oh, this the Kodak shit. PC. The PC shit.
You crossed the line that never should be.
I'm getting this shit together right now.
You can't even say if you a rapper. Shit, I just like pussy. They gonna say you going at the LGBT community.
The situation I just saw in the shade room, Jaden Ivey, I think the basketball guy. It seems like you were one of the only guys who stood up for him. Can you tell us about that?
And Boosie should let me do this motherfucking interview. That bitch would have been
You
lit.
cannot talk about them people and be accepted. I can. I'ma talk. I don't give a fuck. You know that. But it's so many from the LGBT community who respect what I say. You got a lot of them don't fuck with me. They don't give a fuck. They don't fuck with me. You know, they've been trying, a lot of them, half of them been trying to cancel me, but, you know, like I just said, there's only a couple people can't be canceled in the world, and that's Boosie and Donald Trump. I got mad because I don't like when they can push it on us, but can't take a pushback. You done pushed it on us, and I feel like people from that who got notoriety should speak for that guy. Everybody can have an opinion, but freedom of speech when it comes to that, you cannot talk about them people.
All right, so yeah, let's get to Vlad, man. So earlier today, I did a quick live for real, when I was talking about the Vlad and Boosie shit. Now I don't think Vlad and Boosie is like at odds. You know, I legitimately believe it's just business. You feel me? But I think Boosie is going out his way. Hold on. Boosie speaks on Vlad. I think Boosie is going out his way to say it ain't no beef with Vlad, because Boosie has been in support of Vlad through the thick and the thin. You know what I mean? And a lot of people have been telling Boosie, like, yo, Vlad ain't your friend, y'all. You feel me? It's just business. In a minute, the business don't make sense no more, Vlad gonna move on. So I think Boosie is going out his way because I think he sees it. But it's one of them situations where he can't admit it because that'll admit that everybody else is right and he was wrong. I think Boosie has that mentality of he's not gonna admit when he's wrong, man. Boosie fuck around one of them niggas that'll change the subject. You know how it's not how you debating with a motherfucker and you catch them, they stuck with their point and they just pivot to something else. Like, oh, hold up, we ain't, you know what I mean? You ain't even acknowledged that you was wrong with that yet. I think Boosie has that type of mentality. Just based off of, you know, what we seen from him.
Social media trying to make this like it's a beef between me and Vlad, bro. Like, that's my motherfucking guy, bro. Like, I can call Vlad right now, bro, and we'll laugh about shit, bro. Like, me trying to find a, you know, better way to make more money out of my interviews. I'm a hustler, bro. Like, if two people can't agree on something, that's what people do. Like, it's nothing, man. It's no big deal at all, bro. Like, call Vlad right now. We gonna laugh this shit out, bro. Like, but me, trying to hustle and make more money if I can. That's what hustlers do, bro. Like, I'm never satisfied, bro. Like, if I can try to find a better way, I'ma always try to find a better way, bro.
Yeah, they ain't really
It
say.
ain't got nothing to do with me and my relationship with my partner, bro. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with it, bro. Like, I don't see why y'all upset, bro. Like, y'all love our interview. I don't see why y'all upset, bro. But I got an interview coming this week. I mean, if you can support it. I know all my fans gonna support it anyway. But don't try to push the narrative, my nigga. Like, me and Vlad good, bro. Like, I'm just hustling, bro. I'm trying to find a better way, bro. You never know how she gonna pop out, bro. But me and Vlad good, nigga. Always gonna be good, bro.
I think he is good. I don't think they beefing. So this is Vlad speaking on the situation. So Boosie said that the beef, or not the beef, Boosie said the disagreement started over $5,000. Now I said weeks ago when we first found out that Boosie wasn't going to be on Vlad no more, that it stemmed from that 6ix9ine interview. It stemmed from the 6ix9ine interview. Vlad admitted to paying 6ix9ine $50,000, and he made his money. Surprisingly, people watched that interview. I didn't watch it, but shit, the bitch did hella views. You feel me? And you know how Vlad clip it up, so I'm sure he made his money back. And I think Boosie seen that and was like, damn. I mean, he probably was a little bit, not disrespected, but a little bit taken back at the fact that, for the longest time, Vlad didn't even fuck with 6ix9ine. It's videos from years ago when Vlad said, I never interviewed 6ix9ine because he don't respect what he did. That's what Vlad said. But, 6ix9ine sprung back on the same, who page was that? Fuck page was that before Vlad got to him? Who the fuck was it? I think he was with one of them streamers. And I think Vlad saying the numbers that it did, based on, because this is off the heels of the Young Thug situation. So Vlad reached out and 6ix9ine taxed his ass. And, luckily Vlad made his money back. And I think Boosie seen that and he felt, not, like I said, not disrespected, but he felt like, damn, if you're going to give him, like, if you giving me half of what you giving, you get that man 50,000. I mean, you only give me 25,000 and man, you done made a lot of money together. I look at you more. I look at you as a friend. You feel me? So you doing business with 6ix9ine, paying 6ix9ine more money than you'll pay a person that you look at as a friend. I think he just was a little fucked up about that. So he tried to come at Vlad, saying he needs some more money. Now Boosie said it was only $5,000, but Vlad is saying something different. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I think I agree with Vlad on this. And I think Boosie can be stubborn and hard-headed, when he don't get his way. And I think that's what led to the separation. Not no beef, but just the separation. Whereas we're not doing business, we're not getting no money together. Because if Vlad did what he said he did, then Boosie should have understood that. I don't watch. I would watch Boosie interview before I watch an academics interview. I mean, 6ix9ine interview.
Is one of my favorite interviewees that you've had on your platform. I'm
What the fuck is this 1090 Jake? Jesus, what the fuck? Can't get.
Watching every time it drops, and I'm now hearing that he's going up in price. He may be moving away from Vlad TV. What are your comments on this situation?
Well, look, me and Boosie, our business relationship goes back 20 years. Before Vlad TV, when I was doing DVDs and I was holding the camera and going to Atlantic Records and filming him and Webby, and we'll show a little clip of that. It'll show how far we really go back.
Did you ever run into any of the cats that bit off you?
Nah, we ain't ran into him yet, you know what I'm saying? But
because Boosie was pulling in like 6 million views for every interview. And in that particular situation, and I showed Boosie all the numbers and all my back-end numbers and so forth. When he was getting around 5.5 million views, I would make around 35,000 off that interview, and he would make 25,000. Right? So I had a $10,000 profit margin. He still made the majority of the money, but I was still making $10,000, so I was cool with that. Right? And we were rocking like that for years. So some time had passed. It was, I don't know, about 6, 7, 8 months since our last interview. So I just hit him up one day, a couple of weeks ago, and we had a conversation. And this conversation was a private business conversation, but Boosie recently did a live where he revealed parts of this conversation. And in his live, he said that he had asked for $5,000 more, and I said no, which is why he's not going to do the interview.
Nah, I wish it was.
I wanted $5,000 more than he wanted to pay me. He didn't want to pay me, so I think I'm gonna make more money doing it this way. I'm editing my interview now.
Now, that's not exactly accurate. So, I wasn't going to put any of this out there, but because he started putting out numbers out there and people started going, oh, Vlad being cheap, why is it only 5,000? You could pay him that, not knowing the whole picture. So I'm going to lay out the whole picture for everyone just to explain what exactly is going on. So when I called Boosie, like I said, the fee had always been $25,000. He said, I want $40,000. And I'm like, fam, I can't do 40,000. That's just.
I ain't gonna lie, that is insane, yo. To ask for another 15,000, that's wild. That's what I say, yo. If what Vlad said is true, then yo, Boosie tripping. I'm gonna let him continue though.
In the hole in a situation like this, he's like, well, I'll go as low as 35. And I'm like, man, listen, I might be able to do 30 after I run the numbers, but 35 is definitely out of the question. But let me go ahead and run my numbers and actually see what's going on. So I went back and I looked through the last, 5 or 6 interviews. And I looked, and the profit margin on each of these interviews was around $10,000. So I showed him the numbers. I sent him a spreadsheet showing him my back end numbers. And I'm like, bro, the most I could do is 25. You're asking for 35. Your traffic has been dipping over the years. You've gone from about 6 million to about 5.5 to about 5 and some change. So you're looking at about maybe a 10, 15% decrease in views, which means a 10 to 15% decrease in revenue, as you know. But you're asking for a 40% increase in appearance fee. A 40% increase. It doesn't make any business sense, because what will end up happening is, look, Boosie's already at home, right? He wakes up, he does the interview. There's no cost associated with him, and he was getting paid $25,000. I have to fly because I don't have a studio or a camera crew in Georgia, in Atlanta, so I have to hire a camera crew in Atlanta. I have to fly from LA to Atlanta. I have to get a hotel. I have to have all the costs associated with it. And then afterwards, I have to pay to get the video edited and pay my crew and everything else like that. And as you know, with YouTube, I'm taking all the risk because sometimes videos get demonetized, right? Especially when you talk about someone like a Boosie who has, he swears, he's talking about a lot of edgy stuff. And at the end of the day, I'm taking 100% of the risk. So I'm like, listen, I cannot pay you $35,000 when I'm going to make nothing. Or maybe I'm even going to take a loss. And Boosie is like, yo, you're being cheap. And I said, I'm not being cheap. I'm being put in a situation where you make all the money and I make none of the money. It simply doesn't make any business sense.
Well, let me ask you, what was it that caused the price hike? Because I feel like it would be more understandable if he just beat a major case, or if something significant happened, and you know what I mean? Like sometimes we see rappers go through crazy things and everybody wants that breaking story. What was it that you think caused this to come about?
I don't know. I know Sean Cotton, me and Sean actually had a conversation about this yesterday. He had put out a video where he said that he had heard from someone that Boosie was upset because I had mentioned that I paid Tekashi more than I'd ever paid anyone else. And that might be the reason. I've never actually asked.
Man, it's obvious, sister. He haven't done an interview since the 6ix9ine shit. Like, I didn't need no inside information to know that. Like, it's obvious. You feel me? That man was a recurring guest, a frequent guest on your platform until 6ix9ine came, and he ain't been back since. That's definitely what it was.
Ask Boosie to confirm this, but if that is true, you guys have to understand, Tekashi brought in like 20 million views. It was the biggest interview of 2025. It was the biggest meme of 2025. The whole I stole that shit.
Stole that shit. That's what I do, nigga. Fuck, nigga, I stole that shit.
Yeah. What the fuck was that? I don't remember that, man. Do y'all remember that? What did he steal? He stole them niggas' lives. he stole years from Shiesty and them, by telling on them. But what else did he steal? I don't remember that being the biggest meme of 2025, Vlad. Vlad always do that. Vlad be seriously overvaluing himself. For real though, Tavon, yo. Like, the fuck is he talking about? Who remember? What is he talking about? I would just be saying shit.
That's still being used. There's a Trump version.
Stole that shit. That's what I do, nigga.
Yeah,
fuck, nigga, I stole that shit. And I stole it. Like, bro, but niggas don't understand. I talk facts.
There was all types of stuff. It was a huge interview. And for that particular interview, yes, I paid more than I paid anyone else. But that was a one-off. The other Tekashi interviews were not, that same price, right? Because they didn't get those same type of views. I've paid Boosie way more than I paid Tekashi. Way more.
And not only that, it doesn't seem like Tekashi is that consistent versus Boosie is more of a recurring guest.
Yeah.
And I hope that Boosie, I don't wish, whatever direction he chooses to go, but I hope he realizes the power and the dynamic that you two have. Because both of you mesh very well, and it's the presentation entirely.
You can't just put that on Boosie. See, this the shit I don't like that. I don't like what 1090 Jake just did. Like, yo, you talking to Vlad, but you putting it on Boosie. If you're going to talk to Vlad, you need to tell Vlad that I hope y'all realize what y'all got and, the camaraderie and like, Boosie not here, man. You're talking to Vlad, man. Vlad is part of this equation. So why are you putting it all on Boosie? Did y'all peep how he just did that?
Same price, right? Because they didn't get those same type of views. I've paid Boosie way more than I paid Tekashi. Way more.
And not only that, it doesn't seem like Tekashi is that consistent versus Boosie is more of a recurring guest.
Yeah.
And I hope that Boosie, I don't wish, whatever direction he chooses to go, but I hope he realizes the power and the dynamic that you two have.
It is.
Because both of you mesh very well, and it's the presentation entirely that makes it what it is.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I think me and Boosie play off each other very well. So Boosie went on live. Like I said, I wasn't going to say any of this. This was just going to be a private conversation between me and Boosie. And if people ever asked, I'd be like, oh, well, me and Boosie just busy. And, at some point we might hook up or not. It is what it is. That's my man. But he decided to make a video. And in the video, he said, yeah, I'm going to do the interview myself. And I'm going to have my kids interview me. And I think I'll make more money this way. And I'm actually glad that Boosie is going that direction because he'll get to see for the first time how much money is actually made. And, Boosie has his own channel.
How much work goes into it.
Yeah, he'll actually get a crash course on the other side of the business because Boosie's never been a YouTube guy. He's been, a music guy. He's been, getting shows. That's where most of his money comes from. So he'll get to see
Sound like he betting on him to fail for real. Yeah, man. I don't know. That's just what it sounds like. Yeah, so yeah, now he'll see how much he really worth. That's basically what he just said just now. I'm glad he's doing it this way, so now he can see that he wasn't even worth 25,000. That's what it sounds like, just to me.
What I've gone through on mine, because right now Boosie's now had to pay for his own cameraman. He's got to pay for his own editing. Like, he's having costs right now, which he never had before, doing interviews with me. And he'll get to see exactly how much revenue he'll get. For him to make more than 25,000, he's going to have to bring in 5-6 million views. At least 4 million views in order to make that back. And I hope he makes it. Because at the end of the day, man, everyone transitions and everyone, businesses change and people have different priorities and everything else like that. Maybe Boosie will be okay getting less money but owning the content. That's really up to Boosie. It's not up to me. But I think it's good, and I want everyone to watch that interview that he puts out himself. And people can come to their own conclusions, but I can almost guarantee that after Boosie goes through this process, he'll see that Vlad has been fair with him this whole time. Vlad has been 100 with him this whole time. We've never really had, up to this point, we never had a business disagreement. At times where Boosie's like, oh, well, I thought I was going to, get this. And I'm like, okay, cool, you can have it. I'm not tripping. Because for me, the relationship is more important than anything else. It's the business relationship. 100%. Really. Like I said, for years now, I've been giving Boosie the majority of the money. He's been making 25, I've been making 10. I've been okay with that. But at the point where he makes 35 and I make 0, then I can't do that anymore. That's just the reality of it, man. And the thing is,
Vlad is acting like, don't get me wrong, if the numbers is correct, the numbers is correct. You can't really debate those numbers. But Vlad is acting like he can't make the money. Like, if you want to make the money, or you can make the money, you already chopping the bitch up into motherfucking 25 segments. They can make that shit 28. If that's what you gotta do to appease somebody that you consider a friend and your biggest asset at that time, if that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do. Now, you don't have to do that, but to act like that's not even possible, like there was no way I could have made this. Fuck 15,000. Giving Boosie extra 15,000, that's out the question. But if it was just 5, you can find a way to make up that extra 5, man. If Boosie was that important to you.
He put out the $5,000 thing, people didn't understand what it was, because if he's getting 50 and that's just another 5,000, that's a little 10% increase. What's the big deal? Well, no, he was making 25 and he asked for another 10. I think the 5,000 came from, I said maybe I could do 30, but he wanted 35, and then I had to back up off that 30 after running the numbers. So really, he's asking for another 10,000, and that's the truth, man. That's the absolute truth. And I just want to say that regardless of what happens, Boosie is my guy, and we've done classic content together. You'll never, ever hear me say anything bad about Boosie. Ever. I wish him all the best. He has a beautiful family, super talented, a great interviewee. Anybody is lucky to have Boosie on their platform. But the kind of money that he's asking, I don't know anyone that'll pay him $35,000. Not to say he's not worth it. I'm not saying, I'm not telling Boosie what his worth is. People are worth whatever they think they're worth. But I'm saying in terms of the market, and
people are not worth whatever the fuck they think they worth. That's the fucking problem with society, man. Motherfuckers just think that they this. No, you worth what the fuck you worth. You worth what the market says you're worth. That sounds like like when every woman think they're a 10. Every woman is not a fucking 10, man. Yeah, everybody ain't a bad chick. And, no, you worth what the market says you're worth. Now you can work to be worth more. You can do that, but no, everybody's not worth what they say they're worth, yo. That's not reality. That's why the interview game's so fucked up, because you got niggas. Sean Cotton talks about it. You got people overvaluing themselves. You have somebody like a Mimo 600. You hit him for an interview, nigga talking about you want 5,000. Like, what the fuck? Like, yo, what did? No, man, we ain't doing that. And that's crazy. It's crazy numbers. I had somebody hit me the other day talking about gunplay for an interview. I'm like, yo, I ain't paying them, bro. Like, dude reached out to me talking about, dude, I want to interview. Let me show y'all. Like, yeah, man, Gunplay watched the video. Do you want to interview him? The fuck is he doing that shit for free? He doing it for free. Fuck that shit out. What that? Right here. The fuck go deleted the messages? What the fuck? Niggas be weird as shit. Yo, hold up. Y'all know this nigga ain't delete the message. I think this ain't him. That's that dude I linked on. I had to find it. I found it on my phone, so I don't want to slow the live up. Man, I gotta check my Facebook. I don't even know if he responded back.
YouTube channel. I mean, if Boosie asked you for $35,000 to do an interview, would you do it?
No.
Yeah.
I would pass on that. And I also think that one of the elements that he's not taking into consideration, you know, if he plans on dropping this on his own YouTube channel, he has to understand you have to remain consistent. Otherwise, your active viewers on your channel is going to drop. So if you only have a very limited amount of people actively watching and you drop a video, it's not going to go as viral as you think. Versus Vlad TV, the platform with over 6 million subscribers, is dropping multiple videos every single day. When you have over 1 million to 2 million active viewers currently watching, these videos are going platinum immediately. And I don't think he understands that. He'll figure it out. But I definitely hope to see him back on Vlad TV in the future.
I hope to see Boosie back on Vlad TV in the future as well. We don't have any sort of beef. If you notice, I haven't said one negative thing about this man. Not one. Boosie's dope, man. I love Boosie. And we've had so many moments, the hypnotized with hatred, the come on dog, like, you know, there's still memes that are floating around. People love me and Boosie. And yeah, he's done other interviews, but I think if you ask any Boosie fan who their favorite interviewer is with Boosie, I think almost all of them will say Vlad.
100%.
And that's not me in my ego or whatever else. I think most people like how me and him do our interviews together because I push back. I bring up stuff that he wasn't expecting. I don't let him just kind of go in a direction that I disagree with. And there is some back and forth. There is some push and pull. And I think what we do, and we have a good rapport with each other. I know what to ask him. We have a long history and so forth. Can he rebuild that with someone else? Possibly. But it's going to be some work in order to do that. And like I said, maybe Boosie feels, hey, listen, I'm fine with not making any upfront money. I'd rather just own everything and make less money and build it up over time and so forth. And that's cool. And I remember one of the things that Boosie said was like, oh, you're going to keep making money forever on this thing. But the reality is that YouTube videos don't really make money forever.
No.
There's a big jump in the beginning and then it starts to go to zero.
Yeah, it do.
A few blips happen every so often, but really most of the money is made in the first week or so.
Right.
It's not like having like a timeless song, right? It's not like having like a Wipe Me Down that continues to just kind of keep getting licensed and keep getting played at concerts and big sporting events and stuff like that. YouTube is different, man. YouTube, you get a big jump in the beginning and then it'll go down really almost to zero. You might get little blips and so forth. So Boosie will get to experience that for the first time on his own platform. And I think it's cool that he's doing his own interviews. There's no bitterness, anger, or whatever else. We just couldn't come up to a business deal that made sense for everybody. And, I felt a little bit type of way about it, but I was going to keep it to myself. But then now it was on every blog. Like literally every blog had picked that up. And people started coming up with their own conclusions and so forth because what he put out was very limited. He just said he didn't want to...
Hold on, y'all. Let me find this.
Give me an extra $5,000. And from the surface, that sounds like me being cheap or petty or whatever else. And it really wasn't just about that $5,000. It was about the bigger picture. And it was really $10,000. And it was a 40% increase, a 40% increase, which when you look at business, if you want a 40% increase, you have to justify that 40% increase, right? There has to be 40% more revenue. It has to be something. And there wasn't anything there. So I had to say, hey, man, I'm passing. And I was going to leave it at that. But then that live came out. And, and he did a video afterwards. He's like, hey, people trying to pit us against each other. Vlad is my guy. I can call him up. We can laugh about it. And that's 100% true.
Hey, y'all on social media trying to make this like it's a beef between me and Vlad, bro. Like, that's my motherfucking guy, bro. Like, I can call Vlad right now, bro, and we'll laugh about shit, bro. Like,
I am Boosie's guy. He can call me up. We can laugh about it. I love the guy. I think what he's accomplished is incredible. Incredible. He has an incredible home. We've done features on his house before. I've met his kids. I met his baby. I got bit by his dog at one point. We go back. we go back. I even told him, I remember when I got bit by his dog, I'm like, someone gonna sue you for this dog. Because he's like, oh, you're the third person that got bit this week. And I'm like, someone gonna sue you. It ain't gonna be me. I'm not gonna sue you, but someone gonna sue you. You gotta, keep that dog under wraps. So we have like a lot of history, man. And, there's people that Boosie had problems with that I sided with him on. Like, for example, like the whole Aiden Ross situation. Me and Aiden ended up working out afterwards, but I took Boosie's side on that. When he was beefing with Young Blue, I kind of took his side on that. And, yeah, man, I think I've been a very loyal guy this whole time. I think that me and him have done great business together. We've both made money. We've both gotten new fans. We've all done well with what's been happening up to this point. But then we reached a point and he said, oh, I'm just hustling. If I can make more money, I can. And that's true. But in this particular case, he's trying to make more money by taking away the money that I was going to make in terms of just the profit margin at all. And that to me just made no sense. So I passed. And that's basically where we are right now.
Definitely. Well, I appreciate the explanation.
Can't fucking find a video. But yeah, somebody connected to Gunplay reached out to me a couple weeks ago talking about, do I want to interview Gunplay? Let me see if I can look for it this way. I don't know. Man, hit that like button. Yeah, let's see how this all play out. Pocket watcher, academics backs to Boosie saying he ain't going to Vlad no more. What you mean he pocket watching? Vlad the one that announced it. Vlad should never announced that he was that he paid $6,900 all that motherfucking money. I wouldn't even feel comfortable with paying no rat that type of money. Boy's a rat. What made his ass do that shit for free? The fuck, they can pay you nothing. Pay you no mind. Did y'all see Cameron on some WWE shit? I'm gonna get to that because I'm running out of time. I gotta go to work in the morning. OJ the Juice Man. OJ the Juice Man. On this bitch capping. That the word niggas use. On here bluffing. For Gucci. Doing good and goddamn well what Gucci did was foul. OJ the Juice Man. Gucci. ain't no fucking results, man. Here we go. So OJ Juice Man was asked about Gucci Man and the Pooh Shiesty situation. And listen what he said.
To play this because you know what I'm saying. We had Meech on the show a few days ago, and Meech was like, you gotta just silence the situation. You really can't go to the police about it. You can't call the police, and I understand that. And in Gucci's situation, when you're talking about somebody saying you got 1.3, 1.4, however much it is, 1 point anything million in value, jury, and you've been robbed for it. And you're not just out here in the streets. You have earned your way.
And pay taxes.
Pay taxes, pay money for this. So you don't just chop it up. You don't chalk it up as a loss like in the streets. Okay. Somebody robbed me for a brick. I can't go report it. It's my jewelry. It's $1 million plus. How do I? It's
especially
insured.
if I got insurance on it.
I can't go to the insurance company without it. So let's not even talk about the jury part of it. Just the concept of
not calling the police.
Somebody robbed me. You putting you in that situation, forcing you to sign some paperwork. How? Because the streets don't get it. How you supposed to handle this?
I mean, once it went that route, you can't handle it nothing but corporate. Like,
man. Yo, people, see what I'm saying? Like, yo, the way that they phrasing this question and how they dressing it up, it almost kind of give them no room to answer it. You understand? Like, correctly. Like, yo, you can't just talk about the Gucci situation, without mentioning who Gucci is and who Gucci presented itself to be. You can't do that, yo. You can't do it. If you phrase the question like it was just all about business and Gucci a businessman, of course you're gonna say, yeah, it's only one way to handle it. Yeah, but that's not how Gucci portrayed itself. You feel me? That's not what Gucci said he was. Yeah, we know he a businessman, but business, a lot of business deals turn street. Like, that's another thing. Like, people acting like this is not normal. I ain't talking about what Pooh Shiesty did as far as, what he allegedly did. I'm talking about, business turns street a lot. A lot. It's not rare. Very often, where a business situation can turn into a street confrontation that fast. And people handled it, streetwise. But when you got a guy that's Gucci who claimed the streets, then it's only one way to handle that. It's either you going, handle it in the streets or you're gonna leave it alone. But you don't never get the police to involve. Like, that supposed to have been out of the question off the rip. If you had to take the laws, you had to take the laws. That's how that shit go. What you mean name one? Name a business situation that turns street. You ain't never see CEOs be beefing over the company and then one of them get the other one killed. What you mean? That shit happens, man. It's not rare. And a lot of times these ain't even street guys. These corporate motherfuckers. It happens in the corporate world often.
the paperwork, null and void, dude signing under the
Exactly. They're not street dudes.
I mean,
exactly. That makes it worse. They're not even street dudes. Gucci is a street dude. So if those guys can handle it that way, what the fuck is up with you, Gucci? Like, what type shit you on? Yo, Gucci is a rat, man. Like, it is what it is, man. Like, people can, it is what it is, yo. He just need to, you know, turn to Terrence Williams or Woody and just embrace it, you know. But, like I told y'all, and I'm standing on this, yo, Gucci lost big. He lost just as much as Pooh Shiesty, man. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see what happened with 1017, the label, after, you know, 10 years from now. Ain't nobody signing there, man. Watch. Like I told y'all before, I think people would have respected Gucci more if he just didn't do nothing. Like, he didn't have to retaliate. He could have just done nothing. He might have to change it. Hey, maybe that would work if you change the label name, man, and employ somebody else to be the face. That might be the only way. Hey, Grant, that might be the only way he can do it.
And like say Gucci invested $2 million in him. Hey man, give me $5 million. You know what I'm saying? I want my investment back, and you know you gotta get a little profit off of it. Woo, woo. So a guy that was offering you $15 million, give me the 5, walk away with 10. I would have let you out your paperwork. I know I got 2.5 million.
That's what I kept saying.
So,
G.
I mean,
I'm like,
keep it all the
that
way.
man
You know
trying
what
to get
I'm
his
saying?
money back.
But at the same time, it ain't back in the day. Suge Knight or Big Red. Hey, my office hours are. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that no more.
911.
You can't play it that way.
What's the best way to play this? Because you know what I'm saying. We had Meech on the show a few days ago, and Meech was like, you know, you gotta just silence the situation. You really can't go to the police about it. You can't call the police. And I understand that. In Gucci's situation, when you're talking about somebody saying you got 1.3, 1.4, however much it is, 1 point anything million in value, the jury, and you've been robbed for it. And you're not just out here in the streets. You have earned your way.
And pay taxes.
Pay taxes, pay money for this. So you don't just chop it up. You don't chalk it up as a loss like in the streets. Okay. Somebody.
You do, y'all, when you're a street dude, y'all. You do chalk it up as a loss, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, people acting like Gucci is a saint. Like, yo, fuck. Yo, sometimes, yo, it get to a point where you have done too much to ever fucking claim a civilian. Like, completely. I'm talking about a civilian to the point where you can snitch on a nigga and nobody has nothing to say. Yo, if I was to get motherfucking robbed at 80, you feel me? I would look at it like, damn, finally got me. You heard me? Like, straight up though, yo. Like, finally got me, yo. Karma and finally came back around and got me for some shit that I did when I was motherfucking 20. For real though, yo. Like, that's how that shit works. You know, karma is real, man. It just is what it is. Yo. I'm not gonna be out here, oh, fuck that, they gonna go to jail. Knowing that I probably did that shit to people too. Like, what kind of man is that? Yo, like, I've done the same things that have been done to me. I have also done to people. I have done to people, yo. So, who would I be to be like, nah, fuck that? Nope. I told him he ain't had to wash clothes. He washed them anyway. They don't fucking listen. Like, who would I be? Yo, but what? He didn't change his past. Yeah, he changed his life, but he didn't change his past, man. Sometimes your past come back to get you, y'all. I think this is a situation where Gucci past came back together. No, who brought up a good point? The dude, Loon. And I've been on his heels, yo, because he just, like, so full of himself. Like, the shit is fucking sickness sometimes, the way he characterizes himself. Like, I get having confidence, but god damn, like, sometimes that shit be overwhelming. But, he brought up a good point about Gucci. Alright. So sometimes, right? Keep it real with y'all, right? Sometimes when I be going through certain situations, cause right now, yo, I don't sell drugs. I don't cross people. I try to keep it real with motherfuckers. I don't do nothing right now in my life to have bad things happen to you, right? But sometimes I'll be faced with some fucked up situations. And now I question like, damn, yo, why the fuck am I going through this shit? You feel me? But then I think back about some of the things I've done in my life in the past, and I'd be like, damn, that's probably why. That's probably why shit don't be going right. That's probably why, you know, because I have done things and I got away with it. You feel me? And, you know, when you do certain things, yo, you know, you hope that you can be forgiven and move past it, yo, but, you know, a lot of us done sinned, you know, the greatest sin. You feel me? So with Gucci, and this is what Larry was saying, he said it seems like an energy is stopping Gucci from reaching the levels of a P or Coach K. And know what it is? Know what I think it is? Based off of who Gucci said he was? Gucci was a robber, yo. And if you a robber, and this was your life at one point, this was how you lived, this how you survived at one point. It probably always gonna be things kicking you back, stopping you from reaching, you know, the next level, because it ain't really for you. You know, like I said with King Von. Y'all remember when I said, yo, King Von wasn't never gonna make it rapping. You know, he did too much. So God allowed him to see what he could have been if he'd have moved and lived the right way. So when you look at Gucci's situation and all the shit that Gucci have done, pushing girls out the car while the car driving, and you know some of the shit, robbing niggas and doing all, yo, it get to a point where when it's your time, when that motherfucking clock strike 12, yo, you gotta just accept it, yo. Because maybe this was your karma. Maybe what Pooh Shiesty did to you was your karma, yo. And you gotta accept that, yo, in order to move forward. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta accept that, yo. You don't go back and start snitching and telling the police on niggas, bro, when you know you done did wrong out this bitch. You done got away. More than likely, most people, I ain't gonna say most people, because there's some dumbass criminals out here, but there's a lot of people in the streets that have got away with way more things than they ever been convicted of. I don't wanna, like, I don't have no extensive criminal record, you feel me? I got 2 charges, you know, and one I went to prison for. You know, so the bulk of the things I've did in the streets, I got away with, you know, because I ain't in the streets no more. That's just by the hands of the law. In the spiritual realm, you don't get away with nothing. You understand what I'm saying? In the spiritual realm, that's why sometimes when I go through certain situations, I be like, damn, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, why the fuck am I going through this? But then I realized, like, dang, I done fucking smack niggas with guns. Like, I done did things to people. You feel me? So it'd be like, alright, I get it. You feel me? Alright. All I can do is keep going. Take the blows when they come and keep pushing. And that's what the fuck Gucci was supposed to do. Gucci's supposed to take the shit, take it how it came and keep going. Yo, but you don't. Because at that point, it's like you usurping your lesson. You avoiding your lesson, man. You feel me? It gets Gucci going to the police is him avoiding his lesson, man. He avoiding his karma, man. Nah, yo. You did wrong to people, bro. Now you got done wrong. Now you got done wrong, man. That's really all it is to it. That's really all it is to it, y'all. But you don't go tell the police, y'all. Like, he was wrong for that, man. And couldn't nobody make me do that. All right, kid, baby. Appreciate it as always. Like, yo, couldn't nobody make me snitch. Like, yo, if I was married, yo, she wouldn't be able to make me tell. Like, what the fuck? Yo, because at the end of the day, for one, if you my wife, if you my significant other, you know me. You know what I stand on. So why would you give me an ultimatum to go against what I stand on? Which mean that must mean that you don't really care for me, man. If you want me to sacrifice my morals and principles and things I believe in, and you give me the ultimatum like it's either what you stand on or me, yo, that's a fucked up position to put me in, man. And if you my motherfucking significant other, you shouldn't even put me in those type of positions, man. Shouldn't even put me in those type of positions. It's almost like, let me give you an example. If my baby mother at the time, right? Say if when we was together, say if her sister or something, mother needed to live with us for a minute, right? She tell her, yeah. She come to me. Yeah, da-da-da-da-da. You know, I want them to stay with us for a minute, da-da-da-da. No matter how I feel about it, I'm not going to say no. Because now that's me putting the cross between you and your family member relationship. So at that point, I got to just bite it. Even if I don't necessarily agree. Me, it means more to me not to put a cross between y'all relationship than it means to me to get my way. So Gucci wife, if she came to him like that, you know, cause maybe she did. Yo, that's if I was Gucci, I'd be looking at her crazy. You notice what I believe in, you notice what I stand on, you notice who I am, you notice what I represent, and you're gonna get in between all of that and make me choose between who I am as a person and you, yo, then maybe you ain't for me, man. Straight up. Maybe you ain't for me. And that's just how it is. Like, it ain't really no getting around that, yo. And I think most people that really been outside understands that, yo. Like, it's times where you can get arrested for shit you ain't do. You feel me? You can get booked for some shit you ain't do. But then you gotta think about all the things that you did do. You feel me? Yeah, I ain't do this. Yeah, you right. I didn't do this. Yeah, but I did a whole lot. And maybe this God getting me back. And that's how Gucci supposed to view that. That's how Gucci supposed to view that, man. That's how you supposed to view it, yo, when that's the life you live, man. You know, karma don't got no expiration date. That shit can come at any moment. The same thing that Pooh Shiesty did to Gucci, Gucci probably did that shit to people too. And they ain't go tell the police on him. Gucci rapped about home invasions and robberies and shit like that. How many people went to jail listening to Gucci lyrics? Like, yo, people not understand that's a real thing, yo. Like, yo, especially when it comes down to rappers, yo, you can't get them boys no pass, man. Yo, their music is destructive. Their music control minds. You know how many times niggas ride and when you ready to go do some bullshit, man, turn that Gucci on. You know, just so you can get amped up before you get there. You feel me? Man, put that Gucci on. Rob a nigga, kill a nigga, whatever the fuck he's saying in the lyrics, nigga, that shit is playing like a motherfucking a recording in your fucking head and you just hypnotized. All right, bet. There he go right there. Like, yo, that shit real, man. And they know it's real. That's why they get paid so much. So you can't then, at 46 years old, come back and say, you know what? I'm a civilian now. You feel me? I'm a civilian now, man. And now I'm a victim. I've been rapping about robbing niggas, killing niggas, especially robbing niggas. Like, that's why it's so ironic. Like, Gucci whole everything was about robbery. robbing niggas. Now you get robbed and you told on a nigga, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, I can't believe it's that many people. Hold on. I can't believe it's that many people co-signing that shit. I really can't. Like, ain't nobody saying, you know, people gotta stop listening to him. You know, listen to him, but don't make excuses for him either, man. Gucci did wrong, man. He did wrong for that, y'all. Like, I don't see no right in it. I don't see no right in it. Like I said, y'all, sometimes, like, I can go out my house and something can happen to me today or tomorrow. And know what I'm looking at it as? Karma. You feel me? And I ain't committing no crimes. I ain't doing nothing to nobody. But I'm looking at it as karma, yo, because I have done things to people. I have. You understand what I'm saying? Just like Gucci have done things to people. Like, I can't then say, you know, cause I ain't in the what the fuck is you talking about? I can't say that I'm a civilian now. I'm paying taxes now, so now I can tell. No, yo, fuck no. Nope. Shit don't go that way, y'all. It don't go that way. And Gucci knows that. And some of these guys that's making excuses for him, like OJ the Juice Man, he knows that too. If he really who he say he was. It's like the rappers that's making excuses for him, like Lil Scrappy. Well, you know, you couldn't have been what you really said you was, y'all. Yeah, he was supposed to take that out, man. Supposed to take that out, y'all. Whatever the L was. Whatever the L was, man. He could have still fought for that contract if that was that important to him. And then, like I said, even when it come down to the contract thing, it's like, yo, all you gonna do is eat off his old music. That music ain't gonna be profitable. Ain't like Pooh Shiesty got, you know, he might got a few songs that's gonna be played 10 years from now. Yeah, man. Maybe one. You could have, if you'd have did right by that boy and figured that shit out, you could have ate out that boy. You could have made another. Could have ate out that boy for probably 40 years, man. You could have died still making money off Pooh Shiesty. Like, lots of money. I don't know. But yeah, that's how I would view it. Like, it gets to a point when you did too much to ever be considered a real civilian. You know, you don't think Gucci traumatized. You don't think Gucci be looking in the rear views and, you know, like, man, fuck no, man. Like, what if somebody from his past was to run him down? Somebody that he robbed in 2006. You feel me? Would they be like, oh shit, he was a civilian? What's up, Infamous? Man, fuck no, that man's still mad. He still on retribution, man. He ain't trying to hear no civilian shit. That's why you can't never really, like, when you been outside and done things, you ain't never really know 100% civilian, yo. I don't give a fuck what you doing. I don't give a fuck what kind of business you running. It's always damn near impossible. It's damn near impossible, man. That shit crazy, yo. I wish for both of their sake they could have found a way to figure that shit out. I think Pooh Shiesty father a fuck boy. Like, that's sad, yo, that he let his son go out like that. Like, that's the most. I think that's really probably. That's crazy, man. You know, Pooh Shiesty ain't never have a chance. You know, Pooh Shiesty was one of them kids that I be talking about. Where you look at the mother, look at the father, then you look at the child and be like, damn. He don't even know. You feel me? Like, shorty don't even know he ain't gonna make it. He either gonna end up dead or end up in a long prison sentence. And it's not even his fault. It's just his parents. Parents, you know, his parents wasn't active. Parents were still ignorant. Like, you look at his parents, man. Look how his mother talk. You out here, he said his father was his first Cody. His father was his third Cody now. You out this bitch, how long you been committing crimes with your father? Yo, like, what kind of father is that, man? I mean, sure, they ain't never had no chance, man. He ain't never had a chance. That shit crazy. It is sad, y'all. It is sad. Because as a father, y'all, I don't care how old my kids is. You still got responsibility, you know, to guide them right. You know, at the end of the day, Pooh Shiesty was still young. 26. Yo, young as shit. I can be fucking Pooh Shiesty father for real. You know what I mean? Like, ain't no way, y'all, that 9 people sat around and allowed that shit to happen. Like I said, that shit from day one. I'm starting to see other people repeat it. But it just ain't no way. Ain't no way, y'all. I could have been there. And I just would have been sitting back. I just know me. I just would have been sitting back quiet as a bitch. Just listening to the whole play. But I don't think that actually was the plan. I think the plan was to try to get it done legitimately. But plan B was that. But that should have never been no plan B. Like, ain't no way. I'd have been sitting back like, all right. So if this don't work, then what we gonna do? Then we just gonna rob his ass. we gonna take his ring. We gonna take his chain. And we gonna make his ass sign a contract. I be like, yo, fuck no, we ain't doing that shit. Like, nah, yo, we scratch plan B. What's plan C? You feel me? Look, we go, all right, we even fuck plan B, yo. We gotta go to plan C, because plan B ain't even an option. So what's plan C, yo? Cause somebody devise a plan C that makes sense, because plan B is crazy. You know what I mean? That's what I would have said. Not even because of Gucci snitching, just because that ain't the way you handle business. You feel me? Like with whoever, it ain't matter who it was. Like, no, we ain't handling business that way. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Just a thought that crossed my mind. He's the only us left on the label. I don't know, y'all. I'm thinking that David shit is some sacrificial type shit. That's why they been so quiet about it. Like, I really got a lot of speculation about that David situation with that girl. Like, I have never seen no case conducted this way ever. And we didn't cover cases. We didn't cover a lot of cases. I didn't had my own case. I done seen other people cases. I have never seen no case handled this way, y'all. Like I said, I think they shaping this out to be like an O.J. Simpson type of situation, or maybe even, I don't know. But for them to subpoena a grand jury months ago, and for them to make an arrest, but it didn't make an arrest because of the grand jury came down to the indictment. They made an arrest on probable cause. That's strange to me. That's strange to me, man. They locked him up, but they didn't. They just said they locked him up in connection to the murder. Like, they didn't lock him up and charge him with murder. At least that's not what they said yet. They didn't lock him up on an indictment. So I don't know. I think that whole case is odd and strange. Yo, but it's 1 o'clock though, y'all. I gotta take my sleep. Now make sure I hit that like button. Make sure I subscribe to the channel if you're new. So now that keep it you new. And I'm out.